Hi, everyone. Hi. Thank you for being here today. I'm super excited. This is a collage from my forthcoming book, Intergalactic Travels. And I'm going to read some poems about being an immigrant, being a little queer, and just trying to survive. So the first one is called Yil Shwe, Shwe Yil, which is Zapotec for water, sick water. I am 6 years old, and it is Tuesday. Mama Maria's only morning off of work. The lower half of my stomach has been hurting for days. I do not tell Mama. I am sure it is another worm that it will make its debut during a visit to the bathroom. If I am lucky, it won't hurt. I will push my stomach hard when I sit down until I feel the worm making its way out. And with my right hand, I will reach and pull it out as fast as I can. This is how illegal Black Indians take care of themselves. I had to leave home because of the papaya plantations that Abuela could no longer work for, because all of us kids were dying, and she needed to care for us. Our lungs too black of pesticide, our stomachs too fat with worms, our bodies collapsing from dehydration, no water for anyone in the village, though we live on the coast, but even the gringos own our water. I am 6 years old, and it is Tuesday afternoon. My illegal Black Indian body falls to the ground. I wake up, and the school nurse tells me I must go home. Mama Maria works 4 trains, 2 buses, and a 20-minute walk away. Mama Maria never shows up. Boss didn't let her leave, perhaps threatened to deport us. I am 6 years old, and it is Tuesday evening. My first trip to American Doctor. American Doctor yells at Mama Maria in a funny language. Mama Maria yells back in Spanish. I am told to leave the room. Outside, translator comes to me. Tells me I must not be scared, that there are things living inside me, that I have anemia, and that I need to eat more. I tell her it's the papayas and the water. She laughs, tells me I am not in the Dominican Republic, I am not Dominican, and assures that all fruit in America are good for me, that all water is clean. I do not believe her. I am 6 years old, and it is Tuesday night. Mama Maria disconnects the phone, closes the door 3 times, locks the window, and tells me, Cuando tengas que ir al doctor, dime, yo te curo. I wonder if the doctor asked for our papers, probably wanted to know where we come from. She never seen a Black Indian with a stomach full of all the wrong things. At least she didn't call La Migra. So I've been thinking a lot about mourning the past couple of years, and I'm working on this new project where every poem is a mourning poem, and this is one of them, so we'll see what y'all think. It's called Mourning, Verb, Vignettes on Imagining and Rebuilding Home. What do you do when a WhatsApp message appears and the sender is not in phone book? And what do you do when that message says your abuela has passed away and has already been buried? And what do you do when you cannot travel back to that country, state, pueblo, homeland, and what do you do if you do not know how to cry or ache and then cry? And what do you do when the poem does not come because the memories are not there? And what do you do when you have been undocumented for 17 years and you did not get to say goodbye? And why can't Google fucking have an answer, a diagnosis to why I do not feel the pain? And when will sitting in a dark bedroom with a laptop and Word documents stop replacing bodies? And why is it that the first time I take an interest in mezcal is 3 months after her death, when I Google best mezcal in San Francisco for under $50? It's funny how I think I can replace bodies with gastronomy. Mezcal doesn't resurrect. A body is not mezcal. A poem is not mezcal. Mezcal plus poetry does not equal abuela. I didn't start drinking that night, but damn right I did don drink. Label read, Nuestra Soledad, 100% agave, Oaxaca, Mexico, bottled at origin. Funny how liquor can travel, but the body cannot. At least distributors didn't forget the accent on Mexico's E, like I forgot all the memories of my fraternal abuela. I know all the excuses, but I refuse to give absent father, former father, the power to refuse all childhood memories. I finally visited my pueblo and abuela's home. Her mother is still alive with dementia. She remembered me after 18 years of absence. I finally visited my pueblo, often reminding myself I was no ghost or in a REM cycle. It's difficult to believe you are home when you've been displaced for so long. I finally visited my pueblo, saw photos of abuela, her ama, and her abuela. For the first time, these poems are how I recuperate home. I finally visited my pueblo and made sure I brought it with me. There is an altar as proof. I finally visited my pueblo. There is an altar as proof. There is a poem as proof. Abuela, I was shown a photograph of your abuela. She carries a medicine pouch on her neck. It was exposed over her típica. Did you ever ask if it was intentional? Abuela, there is an altar in my room. Your abuela's photo rests on the wall above it. Have you spent time with your abuela while visiting me? Isn't it beautiful that the three of us can reunite during Sunday evening ceremony? Abuela, there is an altar in my room, an offering to your abuela. This is how the pueblo taught me to reassemble home. Abuela, there is an altar in my room, an offering to your abuela. Are you comfortable in our home? Is there anything that you need? So this is the last one I'm going to read. It's called A Daily Prayer, and it's trying to capture two of the most powerful Black women in my life, which is my mom and my dear friend Yacelia Gratini, who is an undocumented Dominican poet. A Daily Prayer. God wears glow-in-the-dark acrylic nails. Her favorite color is obsidian black. She's lactose intolerant and is tired of femme exploitation. God buys gold hoop earrings at Dollar Tree and ain't afraid to wear eyelash extensions for 2 weeks straight, even if the package reads one-time use only. God says hi to everyone the moment she enters public transit, and after she's seated, she speaks loudly into her phone while munching on hot Cheetos. God carries a plastic bag with pennies and her passport because she knows most of her followers ain't shit and removal proceedings are always already a possibility. God orders $1 fries, $1 cheeseburgers, and $1 drinks at fast food restaurants because a girl needs to eat, and sometimes thriving looks like surviving. God checks her eyebrows on her phone every 2 hours and licks her index finger to realign each hair particle before meeting up with the girls. God walks into Metro PCS every 3 days for water damage services because she's too often weeping onto her Android the deaths of Black girls. God has hired a personal stylist because she don't know no more how to simultaneously be ready for a funeral, court hearing, birthday celebration, anniversary dinner, and the club all in the same day. God has a Twitter account with 36 followers, and it's all right because she follows 794,000 folk, and they all Black femmes, and the 36 that follow her hold her so she can hold the rest of the world. Thank you.